3 years ago, we made plans to return to Japan by boat. It was a fantasy, we thought. An impossible dream. And yet, here we are. We're in Chichijima, an offshore island east of Tokyo. Even now, as we stand upon it, it's still very difficult to believe we're here. This place is really, really special. But before I get into it, how did we get here? We left Majuro on January 26th. The distance was considerable, and the winds and seas difficult at times. But Pino carried us through it all safely. Our little yacht did suffer a few breakages. A large seabird landed on top of our mast one day and broke our wind meter. For a few days we had no wind indicator, and installed little ribbons so we could tell which way the wind was blowing. Then later on, 3 more seabirds came and fought for the spot atop of our mast. This quarrel resulted in our wind meter returning to life. Also, a few more slides broke in our main. And so for the second half of the trip, we ran with our third reef only. Because of the winds and seas we had, we didn't notice any difference in speed. The first half of our trip was nice, good winds and moderate seas. But then we started to get squalls every day, and with it the seas grew and grew. Waves washed into the cockpit often, and the motion made it difficult to do anything. 21 days into the trip, we were glad to see the outline of Chichijima in the distance. The promised land was just ahead. We arrived on Japanese soil on the 16th of February. We found a spot on a large concrete pier and prepared for the onslaught of Japanese officials waiting to check us in. The process was easy, and I've written a text about it for those who are interested. For the link to the post, look in the description below. Chichijima is a small mountainous island with steep shorelines and sea cliffs ranging from 50 to 100 meters. Like many of the islands we visited in our trip, this place is fringed with coral reefs and beaches. The flora is unique, having evolved differently from other islands. There are pandanus trees and passion fruit too. Chichijima has a subtropical climate. The fauna is diverse. There are stingrays, sharks, reef fish. There's also wild goats and many types of birds. It is a very prized tourist destination, accessible only by boat. Being here a while, we saw the comings and goings of the ferry, Ogasawara Maru, many times. When the ship arrives, the city is alive, all the shops are open. But when it leaves, everything is shut. Yeah. Everything's closed because Ogasawara Maru, the passenger ship has left. So. There is only 2,500 people on this island, and all depend on the arrival of that ship for supplies. There aren't many stores here. Most items are imported from the mainland. Like mainland Japan, there are good groceries, friendly izakayas, and the towns and streets are unbelievably well cared for and clean. This place is perfect for cycling. There aren't many cars, and so you can travel a while and encounter no one. We spent a lot of time cycling here. The steep hills make riding difficult at times. But in a relaxed place like this, walking your bike up a hill is really no problem. Nature is very present in Chichijima. You don't have to walk far to find a good walking trail or a secluded beach. Arriving here, we didn't expect to like this place so much. It has a right balance of everything. The people are relaxed and kind. You can walk and cycle everywhere, and the food is amazing and fresh. We couldn't have picked a better place to arrive in Japan. We're lucky to be here with our home. But lucky is probably the wrong word, because we've worked really hard to be here. This is a trip 3 years in the making after all, and is no longer a fantasy. We're here, and we couldn't be happier. Next month, we'll head over to mainland Japan. The adventure in Japanese waters continues. As always, thank you for keeping us afloat. Literally.
One. Never. Oh my god, it's so slimy. It's like potato drool. That's not. Oh my god. Oh, it's more slimy than I remember. Maybe I agree the whole thing. Maybe not, eh? I like it though. Like a lot. I'm not sure why I like it. Oh, there's bubbles in it. Hi.